Hello guys, welcome back to Cats Out the Bag. Obviously today is week 6. Happy Wednesday guys, week 6 of the podcast. That is crazy, can't believe we're still going. I mean obviously I thought we would be because I love filming. Filming YouTube videos is my favourite thing, and that's why I've brought this out mainly on YouTube now. So huge thank you everyone for 600 subscribers. We may be on more by the time you are watching this because it's a little bit pre-filmed, but I am super excited for this episode, guys. Honestly, I'm really excited. So I'm going to be talking to you all about protein. This is another gym-based episode. I will be doing a few different things. Obviously, let me know any suggestions you guys have in the comments. I can talk about literally anything. I can talk for the whole of England, but in today's episode I am going to be talking a bit more about protein. So while you're watching this, I'm actually on holiday, which is so exciting. So do go over to my Instagram, just normal Instagram, Robyn Emily, if you want to see all my holiday pics and stuff. But yeah, I'm currently abroad while you're watching this, which is so weird because I'm obviously pre-filming it because I'm going to be on holiday. So yeah, happy week 6 of the podcast, guys. And yeah, should we get straight into this? So I have got some notes on my computer, so if I'm looking over to the side, that is why. But yeah, should we just get straight into this? So obviously, lots of you may know protein is a huge thing, which is very important in people's diet. I'm going to be talking more specifically about protein powder. Protein is one of the major energy giving nutrients, and if you're not having protein in your diet, you're probably finding that you're a bit lacking on the energy. It plays so many vital roles in maintaining our health and maintaining muscle strength, healing. Like if you get a cut, if you have more protein in your diet, you're more likely to heal faster, literally everything like that. Making new cells, repairing old cells, and it also plays a huge role in making hormones and enzymes which carry out key functions in your body. So the amount of protein you need obviously differs person to person and throughout different stages of your life. Older people may require more protein due to risks of like muscle wasting, and generally you tend to lose muscle as you get older. So if you have more protein in your diet, obviously that's going to help. But obviously there's other things which may increase protein requirements, such as like illness, like I don't know, long-term illness. This is going to be a deep episode, such as like cancer, ulcers, recovering from surgery, things like that. So protein is a building block to building up muscle, bone, skin, everything like that. As I said, used to produce enzymes, chemicals, hormones, all of that. There are many benefits from protein powders specifically. I will talk a bit about like different protein. If you don't want to take powder, I'll talk about different foods and stuff that contain high levels of protein. But so eating protein rich foods and taking supplements will really help to make people feel fuller for longer. So if you're taking a protein shake, you may feel like you've just had lunch, that kind of thing. It also results in then smaller portion sizes. So the more protein you're having, the more full you feel and the less likely you are going to be to snack. And I've been taking protein powder for 9 weeks now, and I can tell you that on the days that I take it consistently and I take the right amount of it, I don't feel the need to snack, because if I'm having it just before lunch, I'm then not hungry for lunch. So you're eating less and then you're waiting till dinner, you're not snacking, you're maintaining a healthy weight or losing weight if necessary. And if you're really trying to, protein can seriously help with this and reduce people's total fat mass in their body. So it's got so many health benefits. It also reduces blood pressure and cholesterol, which is really important, and reduces risk factors for cardiovascular diseases because you're getting all the right protein and all of that good stuff into your body. Now, another reason is muscle growth. Protein is essential for muscle growth. I could talk about this forever. I did just do an episode all about creatine, and that was again for muscle growth. These two go hand in hand, and you will notice if you take them both. Obviously, I would go back and watch that other video if you haven't, because it's all about creatine, but this one is obviously more about the protein. But protein is essential for muscle growth. Many athletes obviously consume lots of protein shakes because they believe that they help them to bulk up after their training. And that's obviously true. Like, you're building up all your muscle mass And that's why people take it in like powder form, because it's just so much easier to get a high amount in powder rather than just eating like loads of chickens and stuff. So protein is actually equally effective in men and women, which is really cool, but the effectiveness does decrease with age, so you've got to make sure you are getting more protein in as you're getting older. So, as well as contributing to muscle growth, it also helps with recovery after exercise, repairs damaged muscles faster, and therefore you can use this protein powder to recover faster and therefore go straight back into exercise, which is so important. Like, you can train like 7 days a week if you're having protein and creatine, because your muscles are recovering so much faster, and you're way less likely to have injuries because your muscles are recovered rather than you're like, because if they weren't, like, and you went straight back into exercise, you're just gonna hurt yourself. So now let's talk about recommended daily intake, now that I've got you set on taking protein. So from people aged like 19 and over, the average for women is 46 grams, and average, did I say average? I meant recommended intake for women is 46 grams a day, and for men is 56 grams. So you may find it quite challenging to meet these, especially if you're vegetarian, vegan, and that is why you may find that protein powders just offer an easy solution to this. So I'm going to talk about some that I have here. So I actually have a protein powder. This is the one I use every single day. This is the beef protein isolate from NXT Nutrition. Oh, this is not sponsored or anything. I bought this myself. I bought it for £40 and it's 27 grams of protein per serving. Obviously that isn't the amount that you're meant to have per day, but I'm assuming you are eating food as well. Obviously you're recommended to have 46 grams. So this is 27 grams per serving, and then I obviously have food as well, so you're getting your protein in. But this is 0 dairy, 0 sugar, 0 fat, and paleo suitable. Is that another diet? I can't remember. This is 60 servings, so actually pretty good. So I find that's really good. This lasts 2 months, and this is the pineapple and grapefruit flavour. So obviously this, I mean, if you're a vegetarian, I would then recommend doing 2 scoops of this to meet your standards, because you're not going to be meeting it with the food. But that is a really good one, and it's really nice. Obviously it's good for like losing weight, because that's what I'm trying to do. And then I also have this one which I use, which is a bulk one. This is a pure whey protein, raspberry flavoured. This has 33 servings, so not quite so much, more like a month's worth, but it does depend how much you're using. This says 30 grams serving, and in the 30 grams serving, it has 22 grams of protein, 0.1 grams of salt, 0.8 of fibre, 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat. So that's the only difference, is that this one has more of like the other stuff as well. That other one I found from NXT Nutrition, the whey isolate one, I'm going to say it's the best one because obviously it has nothing else added to it, which is great. But yeah, so this is the raspberry flavour one. This is the one that I add to like when I'm having a protein shake or something. Not a protein shake from the gym, but like if I'm making a smoothie or something, I'll add that to it just to add that little bit more protein in your diet, because you don't only have to have 46, like you can have more than that. And honestly, just maybe don't take that as gospel, that 46 grams or 56 if you're a man, as obviously people with illnesses may need to exceed this. So just having that protein is just really handy. So if you're like training really intensely, you may actually benefit from doing double of the recommended, but I know that is quite difficult and it's more of an expensive lifestyle. That's why I just go for one a day, and then if I feel like I can have like I'm having like chicken for dinner, then I won't have a smoothie or anything. But if I know that I'm not going to be getting much protein in, that's when I'll then have the other one as well. So there's obviously a lot of different types of protein powder. You can obviously choose different ones to know which is best for you. Most popular protein supplement the most popular one is whey protein. So that's what I have. It's obviously not the only one, but that's the one that people have heard of. So whey protein is the water soluble protein, which is really popular amongst everyone. So you can literally mix it with water and it's really nice. So it's complete protein, meaning that it contains all the amino acids which the protein requires from food, and the body absorbs the whey protein quickly and easily. So it's just a really healthy way. Then there's casein, which is rich in glutamine, an amino acid which speeds up recovery from exercise. So this comes from dairy, which is suitable for so this comes from dairy, meaning that it's obviously unsuitable for vegans. So you've got to be careful if you are someone who has milk allergies or something. You want to read into which protein you're going for. Otherwise, you may find that this is not the best for you. So the body digests this a bit slower. So it's best to take at night, but it just depends on all of them. So whey protein is the best to take straight after exercise. Soy protein is also an alternative for people who don't consume dairy. So it also contains all of the essential amino acids. It just means that vegans and people who don't consume dairy can have it as well. Then there is pea protein, which is plant-based, which contain pea protein. So this is a high quality alternative to soy and dairy-based proteins. And then there's hemp protein, which is a complete protein, which also contains essential fatty acids. It really depends on what you guys are wanting. But this is also really good for vegans or those with dairy or soy allergies. So there's just loads of different types of people with allergies and all of that. So it just depends on what you're going for. I'd recommend whey personally, but if you're vegan or whatever, then obviously not suitable. So yeah, now how to use protein powder. So if you don't have enough protein in your diet, you need it. I'm just saying that. I know that I didn't have enough protein. Whereas my boyfriend, I know he definitely had enough protein in his diet. He still takes it because the more the merrier, hey? Honestly, amazing. So some powders can contain up to 80 grams of protein per serving. These will be very expensive and sometimes actually way too much for each person because, you don't have to have that much. And if you're not working out, you don't need 80 grams of protein. High levels of protein in the diet can actually result in a reduced intake of other beneficial foods such as fiber, vegetables, all of that because you're not hungry. So protein's obviously a very filling thing to have. As I said, I found sometimes it makes me not want to eat anything else. So having it is just, you've got to be careful not to have too much of it because you don't want to end up not eating anything else and you'll end up unhealthy. Don't go OTT. So a 30-gram dose of protein after exercises increases protein synthesis in those who follow a reduced calorie diet. So if you're trying to lose weight, the best time to take it is straight after exercise. And another thing to note is you can mix it with water as it is advertised on the packaging, like you can mix it with milk, whatever. But my one is flavoured, so obviously that was pineapple and grapefruit, I think. The other one's raspberry. And you can also add them to smoothies, whatever, as I said, and with like fruit and stuff, milk, whatever. If you're trying to gain weight, like my brother has one that he adds like protein, olive oil, all of that stuff just to gain loads of weight. But yeah, so obviously let's talk a little bit of roundup. Oh, okay, so let's talk now about different high protein foods. So a chicken breast, eggs, lamb, beef, cod, tuna, salmon, cheese, yogurt, corn, baked beans, lentils, peanut butter, peanuts, all of that. And then there's some meals, obviously. I'll give you some meal examples. So like for breakfast, scrambled eggs, poached eggs, fried eggs, literally whatever. Porridge with milk and topped with nuts and seeds. Granola, peanut butter on toast, beans on toast, all of that. Some snacks would be like a boiled egg, hummus with vegetables, cheese and biscuits, yogurt. Dinner, this is where it's like, obviously, just include a bit of meat in your diet, like a chicken breast, 3 eggs, fish fillet, tofu, whatever. And then drinks, obviously you can get it through protein powders, milk, smoothies and yogurt. So obviously there's a few examples, and now let's round up why you need protein in your diet, because I'm just saying, you guys, I hope after listening to this you actually are going to go and buy yourself protein powder. It's so beneficial for people, especially athletes. or older adults, vegetarians, vegans, whatever. But it's so important if you're trying to build muscle, recover faster, have a healthier diet, all of that. So just do remember, not everyone needs extra protein. If you are getting that 46 grams a day, well done. That's a lot, but you're probably not so likely, if you also don't do any exercise, you're not going to need the excess protein if you are eating like 3 fishes a day or whatever. But yeah, so people who don't want to change their diet, obviously you can take protein powders and literally just drink it a day. So there are so many different types available online, obviously, and you can get them from literally anywhere. So I've got one from Bulk here and one from NXT Nutrition. I've just gone on to My Protein, and they have different types. Like, so here's a Clear Whey Isolate, which is what I had there from NXT Nutrition. So you can get 35 servings for £59 on here. Get different flavours: orange and mango, jelly belly, grape, raspberry and cranberry, strawberry, kiwi, literally so many different types. But I would recommend from NXT Nutrition just because they are a bit cheaper. Obviously that's £59 for 35 servings. Mine was £40 for 60 servings. So it's just a lot cheaper. So yeah, anyway, that's my little episode on protein and why protein in your diet is so important and necessary, and just so many people don't think it is. But guys, just listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is the end of this episode. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts, then do give it a 5-star rating and a follow and a like. I think that's what you do. And leave any suggestions of other videos you'd like to see soon in the comments, and I will make sure to film them for you. I'm happy to talk about literally anything, like most things I will be more than happy to talk about. So do let me know and I'll get back to you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.